Tuesday. From Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, that he opted for the touchback. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one. Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Intercepted by the Browns. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
After review of the play,
so here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. From the gun, Pittman looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. On 3rd and 2, Pittman. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The numbers for Mixon last week, 24 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Two drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
A draw play for Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. It'll be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Another try for Mixon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, we're in pro impressed, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I am impressed. I mean, it's 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
5 yards to go.
On third down, Pittman. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Bengals 7, Browns 6.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
To throw on third down, Pittman. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. Seibert missed it. This one slides to the right on it. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Bengals. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. To throw on 2nd down. Pittman. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The handoff.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Made at the 47.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards there and a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They go with Chubb on second down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Pittman. That's complete to his running back, Perry. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Looking to throw on second down. Pittman into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
He finds his running back, Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First down. Here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
6.
Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
Offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Operating from the gun, Pittman. He gets it to Brown, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Back to throw. Pittman. They set up the screen to Chubb. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3 from the gun. It's a give to Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Bengals grab it.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Off the play fake. Pittman. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 79 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. From the gun, Pittman toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before.
At their own 27-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, here's Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. His throw incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd and 5.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At the 37-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With
only needing 2 yards on second down.
Bengals 10.
A run for Nick Chubb. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
6-yard line. 2 yards on the play. And the Browns first down.
Off the bootleg. Pittman. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Pittman's pass.
Odell Beckham. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 23.
He's back to throw here to start the drive.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better, had time to survey the field, and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 17. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Intercepted by the Browns.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. But look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again. Pittman. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 2. Pittman. Man open left side is Brown.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Pittman to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll give it to Chubb. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Makes the score Browns 22.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
He'll look to throw right away.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some... my special, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On second down, here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 37. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Dumps it off to Mixon. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
That's good.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Browns are going to win the football game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to Mixon on the check down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Cleveland, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's another...
wish I was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with